his grappling game, and that was sharp as well, Mike.
Yeah, you mentioned the poise, and that's a big factor here because it was a beautiful left, right that finished the fight. But up until that moment, he was reading everything that Eddie was doing. He was seeing the punch before Eddie had even thrown it, because you have to move your shoulder first or something like that before you throw the shot. And Conor was just reading him perfect, counter-hitting him every single time.
He knew Eddie Alvarez was going to want to get in and start to push him against the fence. That's what we saw against Eddie when he fought Gilbert Melendez, Anthony Pettis, Rafael Dos Anjos. He was able to catch him with a punch pretty early on. But we knew that was going to be Eddie's game, and he just couldn't close the distance. Conor was ready, and really, even though the reach advantage isn't massive, the way Conor stands, it elongates his reach. He fights longer than he is.
I'll tell you what was impressive, though, was Conor didn't back away at any moment. He wasn't overly afraid of the takedown. In fact, it was Conor that stalked down Eddie. He was moving forward the whole time. So just very, very impressive. As you said, the poise, the calmness, the collectedness, and the accuracy. It was a fantastic performance, and I'm totally blown away.
I agree, Mike. He stands there, and he invites you to throw your right hand. He wants you to throw the right hand because he's going to step back and try to come just over the top of it with his left and clip you. And he's willing to eat the right if he has to land. That's how much confidence he has in his power.
It was kind of like Wonderboy earlier. Wonderboy was standing right in front of Tyrone with his hands down, begging to get hit almost. Impressive.
And we're going to get to that fight in a little bit, but there was another championship fight also tonight. That is Joanna Jędrzejczyk. She took on Karolina Kowalkiewicz. And Brian, you got me again, Brian. Stop squeezing my leg. Hey, this one though, Carolina did so much better than anybody thought she would going in. Joanna was a 4-1 favorite going in this game.
I'll tell you what, Joanna came out sharp and fast. Every time Carolina threw 1 or 2 punches, Joanna returned with 4 or 5 strikes thrown. In the clinch, Joanna was brilliant tonight. She'd get in the clinch and she'd throw knees, she'd throw beautiful elbows, exiting and entering the clinch with excellent precision and aggression. But in round 4, the tide turned a little bit. Carolina catches her, boom, right there with the big right hand, and she got confident, and she kept driving forward. And I'll tell you what, Carolina weathered the storm. She ate a lot of punches, continually came forward, impressed the champion, but the champion just had too much. She continues to improve. She showed, again, her improved clinch game. She keeps getting better and better. This one is intimidating, and she's focused.
Kowalkiewicz also hurt Joanna. We saw what happened when Conor got hurt in the past. He improved. I don't think we've ever really seen Joanna hurt like this. How much is that going to help her in the long term?
Well, she wasn't just hurt. She was almost finished. I actually thought Carolina was going to pull off the upset at one point. What she was doing really, really good in that fight was every time Joanna would go for a low kick, she would catch it and counter with the right hand. Every time they clinched, she would land beautiful elbows. At the end of the fight, you could see the marks on the face, the big lumps that they had there. It was a very, very close to a point, but Joanna was just clearly better.
Way closer than we thought. And by the way,
exactly, that's what I meant.
Those lumps also, she ended up having to go to the hospital right after. And we saw Joanna in a war the last time. This one also, I mean, she is a tough girl. But again, Carolina, she showed way more than anybody thought. She was the biggest underdog on this card.
Several times, this arena gave these ladies a standing ovation. That's how much they were inspired by this performance. They gave Carolina a huge ovation as she exited and did her post-fight interview. Karolina Kowalkiewicz earned a ton of fans, as did Joanna. Joanna continues to make great strides, but I think the biggest thing she's going to learn from this matchup is to be less hittable.
Sure.
You know, there were times where she moved so well with her footwork, and she jabs and she moves, she hits and she moves. There were a couple times tonight where she got caught being stationary, hunting, maybe looking for a finish in a fight she was dominating. I expect to see her to continue to add to her footwork, if there's anything to improve.
What JJ did so well was every time Carolina would throw a punch, as she was bringing it back, that's when she would counter. She timed it perfect each and every single time. Carolina went like that. When she pulled it back, bing, 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 bing. 5-punch combination, finishing with a kick. Beautiful timing.
It seems whether she starts using her elbows, that's when she starts being able to pick her opponent apart. And you want to know who's next for Joanna? Here are the top 10 strawweights out there. And man, we have already seen Joanna go through, well, 1, 2, 3. I mean, it's, there's not an awful lot out there for her. She's 13-0, and again, she is. I mean, what's next for her? What would you do?
Look, JoJo Calderwood is on a nice run. Paige VanZant is going to take on Michelle Waterson in a headliner in Sacramento. That could be a potential as well. Jessica Andrade. Jessica Andrade has been looking really solid. So I think what's going to happen now is you're going to see Joanna's going to get a little bit more time off than maybe she expects, or maybe she does want that. She may get 4 or 5 months off till her next title defense, and we're going to see how this division plays out. There's a couple of key matchups where even though JoJo Calderwood just lost her last fight, she could be 1 win away from challenging the title because Joanna is really starting to kick out some of these contenders.
Well, JoJo Calderwood would actually stylistically be a fantastic matchup because she has got a fantastic Thai boxing pedigree, and of course JJ, that's her wheelhouse. So them two against each other, that would be a very competitive kickboxing match.
Again, the championship fight squeezed in between these two was for the welterweight championship of the world, and wow, if you haven't seen how this one finished, it was unbelievable. On the other side of the break, we tell you which one of these guys walked away with the welterweight belt.
Two decorated conferences steeped in basketball tradition. The Big Ten, the Big East. Face off in a history-in-the-making showdown. Get ready for the Gavin tip-off games. Legendary conferences.